Hey everybody, this is Paul, 125 Roller Coaster Challenge, and we are here according to the sign at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and this is right here in the main entrance. And today we are going to do a full park walkthrough of Magic Mountain. So this is going to be a long video, but if you want to see Magic Mountain, we're going to try to give you everything that you will find when you come to Magic Mountain in Valencia, California. This is the flagship Six Flags park. So right here is the entrance, and as soon as you get in here on the right hand side, you have the typical coaster candies, and you have a funnel cake factory. So you got those two right there, and over on the other side here you actually have an ice cream parlor. So it is very much like a Six Flags park, but they got a lot more roller coasters. I came actually here yesterday, and I was able to pretty much film, actually ride everything I wanted to ride. But so we're going to hug this side right over here. Right here is the Six Flags photos, where you can get your photo pass, and here it looks like you got the Grand Oak Picnic and Pavilion. So of course they always have those things. It is early in the morning. The park just opened about half hour ago, and right there is Sylvester. We got Sylvester already, and right here is the main walkthrough here. But before we go to the main walkthrough, I wanted to show you just a couple things over here in the corner. When you walk in, you have guest relations. I actually went in and checked in already, let them know what I was doing. I always like to do that when I go to a park, because like I said, I'm a weird guy walking around with my video camera and stuff like that. But also down here you also got a couple of the other traditional things that you find at most Six Flags parks. You got the stroller and wheelchair rentals over here on the left. Right in front of us is the lockers, and then of course the flash passes. I'm still Diamond Elite VIP. They haven't gotten rid of that, so I actually have 4 flash passes for today. Now yesterday was my birthday and Father's Day, and I came to the park and I literally rode, I believe we did 13 different coasters, which is pretty good for a busy day without any flash passes. But like I said, it's definitely a large park, and we got a long way to go. So like I said, right here is pretty much on the other side of their big store is the flash passes, stuff like that. Now here is the Grand Carousel, the Grand American Carousel, right over here. And this is a nice little classic one here. I actually did a short of it yesterday. It caught my eye. But to be honest with you, the horses and stuff weren't very impressive. Let me show you that real quick, because I was actually kind of shocked that they looked very plastic to me. Now it is a carousel, of course, so there's always fun, but it's not like the Knoebels carousel and stuff like that. Pretty much they're all horses, a lot of white horses, but they do have coming through right here a chariot kind of thing, so that is kind of interesting. And then over here, the white coaster in front of me is the New Revolution, which was actually the first ever looping coaster. So that is the iconic loop right there. Now it's the new one because they actually revamped it and got it taken care of. They changed the restraints and stuff. But now right also here in this area is a thing called the Magic Mover. Now this is called Magic Mountain for a reason. It is on a mountain. So, and there goes the Revolution right now. But so this you actually go here and takes you to the top, and you can actually see it coming down real quick. Show you that real quick. So if you want to get to the top of the mountain but you just don't have the energy to do it, this takes you up and down the mountain section. And we just missed the loop, but I did want to show you the Magic Mover. All right, so now we're going to walk over more towards the grand entrance. Every park has a grand entrance, but here is Plaza Cafe, where you can get your Starbucks and all those kind of items. So now we're going back down, I guess, the main way you walk in, pretty much by guest services and stuff like that. And right here is the Six Flags Emporium. We're gonna hopefully get a Explore today. I mean, not Explore, merch. And if we get the merch, you'll be able to see all the items in there. But here you go. This is the grand entrance of Magic Mountain. So this is, most parks have that central area where it kind of shows everything. This is a beautiful one here because you've got the assigned Magic Mountain with the waterfalls coming down. You got the New Revolution there, and then that orange track with the green pillars is Tatu, which was my 275th coaster, and it was, I'll be honest with you, I'm still afraid of heights, and if you can see there, that's about 200 feet up there, so that was definitely something I definitely wanted to experience, and it's 275. All right, so the one thing about Magic Mountain is it is a giant loop. So we're gonna go to the right, because that's the way we went yesterday, but I want to show you the churros and stuff like that. So yet again, there's Tatu with the new Revolution. And now we're going to go to the right. Oh, here comes Tatu. I'm going to show you Tatu there. Tatu is a top 10 coaster for me. It blew me away how amazing it was. And right there, right in front of you, right by the big loop, is actually the pretzel loop for Tatu. Here you go, the pretzel loop, where you dive straight down and then you pull back up. The G-forces on that are incredible. Like I said, that one, I rode it and it is definitely a top coaster. All right, so let's start walking through here. Now we're going to the right, and the first thing you're going to see is the Quick Six, which these are new. These are basically like, for lack of better words, like a convenience store. You actually go in, you enter your credit card, and then as you, let me bring that up a little bit here, and then as you leave, it automatically scans the items. So you don't actually have to go to a cashier, you just walk in and walk out. And then over here is some seating. There's some food around this area and stuff like that. Nothing really major, but they do have a game right in front there. You got the One in the Wind. And it is a bright day, so we're going to be adjusting the light there. And over here is the pass holder services, so you can go in there and get any of those perks. Now you see the white coaster in front of me there. That is full throttle. So that is pretty much the first thing you go with. Now this is a launch coaster, and the neat thing about this is I'm showing you right there the loop. So you go, you get launched, and you barely get over that loop. It's one giant loop, and you barely get over it. You get a lot of hang time. But if you notice, at the end of the ride, you actually ride on top of that. It's a top hat, and then you fly back into the station. So that is very unique. Now I still have to get that credit. Yesterday we kind of skipped it because we were going after some other ones that had longer lines, but yesterday was a lot less busy than today's going to be. All right, over here on your right hand side is the Coca-Cola refill station and Screaming Spuds maxed out mac and cheese. Oh, here you go. You can actually see full throttle going. See that hang time? That's crazy, the hang time. The launch just gives you enough to get over the top there. So right there you got the Screaming Spuds, and over here you've got the wings, high octane wings. All right, so right in front of us is adequately called the sports bar. So we are going to be working on a Let's Eat today. And with the Let's Eat, we're going to be going into all of them and showing you the menus and stuff. Now, we always launch the Explore video first, so this is going to be the first thing you see on our Magic Mountain trip, even though we are here a whole day before this. So as we head down this way, I have no idea what the High Sierra Traders are, but looks like it's walled off. So no matter what, you're not getting in there. Here's the entrance for the sports bar. They got the menu right there. Of course, it's going to be air conditioned and be very nice on that end. And here you got coaster candies, which you're seeing at a lot of Six Flags parks. Now, going this way, the first thing you're going to see is over to your right is the kids section. Now, we actually do a separate explore of the kids section. So at the end of this video, there's going to be a link to the kids section. So if you're just looking for specific stuff on what's there for the kids, this video you might want to jump away from and jump over to the kids section. But that whole area there, we're going to be checking out later. And the other thing here is, looks like this is prime real estate, but it looks like they actually have Pardon Our Mess. So it looks like this was the amphitheater at one point. I can't go that high up there without you not hearing me. But because of that, it looks like there's going to be something coming in here. And with it being Magic Mountain, I'm going to assume that it is going to be a coaster. So, and the other thing too I noticed, if you look over here, you got the Magic Mountain Epic Thrills are cycling in. And that looks very steampunk to me. So that's why I'm thinking it's going to be like a steampunk kind of thing. And another reason that I think that is one of our home parks, Six Flags America, has a whole Steamtown area now, which is opening up, I think, in the next month. So expect to see that with Six Flags America coming soon. Now, like I said before, the whole right-hand side here is Bugs Bunny World. And they got 4 different coasters here for kids, which is rare. But it does get them to the 20 coaster mark, which they want. Now, as we walk up here, you're going to see there's a coaster called Magic Flight, I believe. We're going to see it in a second. But it's actually only for kids. So that is very depressing because really there's only 19 coaster credits for us. But like I said, the water park here, Hurricane Harbor, LA, we are going to do a separate walkthrough. And we're doing the same thing here with Magic Mountain with the kids section. But this is kind of neat here. I like Rascals. Rascals, sorry. So if you're familiar with Bugs Bunny, he's Rascally Rascals. They always had the W there, so the fact that they named it Rascals is kind of cool. All right, now if you're looking ahead here, you're going to see a giant coaster in front of us. That's Goliath. We rode that twice, and it was pretty good. So, but real quick here, Magic Flyer. That's right here in this section here, the Whistle Stop Park. That is the kids only attraction. I tried to sweet talk my way in there, was not able to. So they are very strict on that. And then over here, I think this is neat. There's an area here. I figure at one point they probably had a flat ride here, but right now it's basically just a whole like educational thing here. Pistachio health, harvest, and history. So it's all about pistachios. But right above it there, you actually see the Buccaneer, which is a standard pirate ship ride there. So, all right, so now we're leaving right here. This is the Whistle Stop Park. But now we are getting to thrill rides. And right ahead of us there, that tall ride right there, is a dual ride. It's actually Superman Escape from Krypton, which is actually not running, and it wasn't running yesterday. So that might be a credit that does not happen. But just like with King Ka, if you also look, you see the track, it's like the yellow, but if you look, you're going to see the blue side there is actually a drop tower called Lex Luthor, something drop. So it is really tall, it's about 450 feet high. It is definitely a aggressive ride there. So I will not be doing Lex Luthor, and I probably won't be able to get on Superman. All right, over to right here is restrooms. And over here, I'm going to show you this section real quick here. I showed you the Buccaneer, which is the pirate ship, but they actually got two rides here. The other one's called a Swashbuckler. I know Six Flags really likes that name, but only one of them's working, but I want to show you it real quick. Because there's a lot of roller coasters, but there's a lot of flat rides too. So if you go over on that other side there, there's the pirate ship, the pirate ship's going. Over here is Swashbuckler. Let me show you that because I looked at it yesterday and I actually did a short on it. It is a classic, as I come through the trees here, it's a classic swing ride. Right there is the Buccaneer. This is a classic swing ride here. You don't see many like this anymore. You see a lot of the flying trapezes, but this one is definitely an older swing ride. So, all right, so right in front of us, big orange guy is Goliath. And right in front of me there is actually the sign for Goliath, which is one of the bigger signs. If you're looking for a sign to really show a ride, it doesn't get much bigger than Goliath. No pun intended. So, and then right across from there is Throwheads, where you can get hats and stuff. Now here's Foods Etc. And the thing with Foods Etc. is they've got two things here. They got Mexican food, which I saw the quesadillas. They were very good. Here's Goliath again. But also they have one of my personal favorite snacks when you come into a park, which is Dole Whip soft serve. And they only have two flavors, mango and pineapple, but which is your favorite? Let us know in the comment section. Here's a small little stand here, hot dogs, chili fries, chicken strips, called munchies. So, all right, so we're gonna go under Superman, and we are only about probably 20% done with this video. So if you like what you're seeing, definitely make sure you like and subscribe. This is going to be a fun video for us because it's such a huge park. And to be honest with you, this was a park I thought I would never go to. So the fact that I'm here is special. And it's all because of Kylie's birthday. Kylie decided to get married in California. Yeah, not birthday, but Kylie decided to get married in California. And I figured, you know what? She's going to California. I'm going to go and check out some places I never thought I'd check out. So let me go over here. That noise you hear right now is Goliath going up. So over here you got to your right hand side, you've got Deli Planet newsstand with gifts. Mostly a Six Flags store. And over here is a test your skills kind of thing here. Never been a huge fan of them, but it's what it is. Now in the background there you see Goliath. And Goliath, I'll be honest with you, it really shocked me in how aggressive it was. And also right here in front of me is Lex Luthor, which is the exit for it, which is the drop tower. So there goes Goliath. So I wanted to show you that real quick here. Now we walk over here, this is like a central area where we were yesterday. they had heroes and villains, but there's a lot of coasters here. But first thing I want to do is I want to take you down the path over here to the right. Oh, here it is. Here's the Lex Luthor Drop of Doom. So that is the name of it, Drop of Doom. Like I said, I heard a lot of people say it is probably the scariest drop tower they have ever been on. And if you look at it, it is very intimidating. If I see it running later, I will try to show you some B-roll here. But so here we're at a fork in the road. Right there's DC Universe, which is standard in most of these parks. But I'm going to come over here to the Steampunk District and show you the rides that are down here. Now, right in front of us is the Gearworks Theater, which right now a lot of theaters aren't really going on. It looks like it's pretty much abandoned. Pretty much the marquee tells you to buy a season pass. But here's the sign for Steampunk, where wood meets steel equals twisted thrills. Now, what are they talking about with that? Well, one of the marquee rides here, there's a lot of marquee rides, but one of the marquee rides here is Twisted Colossus, which is the old wooden coaster called Colossus. It has been RMC'd, Rocky Mountain Construction, and because of that, oh, there's a great look at Goliath right there. Let me make that a little darker for you so you can enjoy it. So that's Goliath. That was one of the hidden gems. There was a couple coasters that really shocked me on how good they were. And actually, if you listen, I want to shut up for a second. You can hear the steampunk. All right, so they really themed this pretty good there with the steampunk. Now we're going to come over here. There's a sandwich shop here called the Home of the Colossus. Hard to say there, but they also got boba tea. So those are two things that a lot of people like. I like sandwiches. I like boba tea. So, all right, so we're going to be head over here towards Twisted Colossus. I'm going to keep on adjusting the how it looks for you guys because I know it's a very bright day. So when it's a bright day, it's hard to keep adjusting things. But this is the Twisted Witches boba tea station. So they got sandwiches. They got the pastrami hot dog, and it looks like they have boba tea and stuff like that. So, and another good view of Colossus. Not Colossus, big view of Goliath. All right, so we're heading over here. And there's two coasters here. Now, the one you see in front of me is called Scream. A lot of people call it the parking lot coaster. But the main one right here is Twisted Colossus, which is RMC. It was born in 1978 as Colossus, reborn in 2015. Now, a lot of people love this coaster. I actually enjoyed it, but I got to get some more rides on it because I wasn't as impressed. We're going to be going later on to West Coast Racer, which is the newest racing coaster. But truth be told, this one doesn't really duel much. They have to kind of schedule it perfectly, and they never really schedule it perfectly. So because of that, it doesn't get the full effect. But let's walk over here real quick here. Let me get darkening up here. Right here is Scream. So Scream's actually going up right now. Now Scream is a clone of Medusa / Bizarro over at Six Flags Great Adventure. So for me, it wasn't that great because I've already ridden it, but it gets a lot of hell, a lot of heck, a lot of hate because, oh, there's that loop. Because of the fact that it is in a parking lot. There's the dive loop. But the reality is, it is a fantastic view of the scenery out there, and it is a really good ride. It's a B&M floorless, and like I said, it gets a lot of dislike, but the truth of the matter is, it is a very good ride, and I highly recommend it. It gets overlooked a lot, but it definitely, it's a ride that's underappreciated. Now, if you look right now, it's exactly what I'm saying. It's hard to see, but if you look through here, you can actually see the green train going up Colossus. And that's what the problem is with this, is you only have, it should be two of them going up the track. So because of that, you don't get the dueling effect as much. And there is Scream. So if we come over here, it's going to take a little bit, but you see the blue track and you see the green track. The thing about it is they don't ever really race together, duel together. So that's the only negative there. Now, both tracks are pretty good. I'm sure if you've ridden it, you actually have your favorite of what track you like better. And if you do, leave it in the comment section. Love to know. I think I like green slightly better, But later on today, this is my second day at the park. Later on today, I'm actually going to go on it again after I do some shooting, some video, and then I'll be able to give you a better idea of pretty much which one I like better. But all in all, I expected that to be a top 10 coaster, and this park does have at least one top 10 coaster, but it definitely was not Twisted Colossus. All right, now we're walking our way back out of Steampunk. Steampunk is a dead end. And there is a couple other areas that are pretty dead end. And you'll see that again because the next section we'll go into is DC Universe. Oh, that's neat. The train here actually blows off some steam. I did notice there's a lot of theming here at this park that you don't see at other Six Flags parks. So, but there you go. And like I said, here's another good view of Superman Escape from Krypton and Lex Luthor's drop. And if I see the drop going, I will let you know. So we took care of the back end of this area. So Steampunk's done, and walking by there. So now the next section we're going to go to is the DC Universe. And they've got some coasters there, believe it or not. They are themed after DC Universe. And of course, the first one you walk by is Superman Escape from Krypton. Let me brighten this up a little bit more for you guys. So this is where they had the show yesterday, the Femme Fatales, and they actually had Harley Quinn. The only one I didn't see was Poison Ivy. They had a lot of the villains here, and they had a lot of the heroes here. So that was very, there's an interesting thing there. So that was, I had to adjust a little bit there. It was hard to see. So there's a little pause there, but I haven't moved. But this is where they had the show yesterday. They had Harley Quinn, they had Supergirl, Superman, they had Joker, of course, they had Batman, Batgirl, and they had Wonder Woman. So, and I will probably do a post on that, but, so that's where the stage is. Now, if you come all the way back here, you're going to get to Batman the Ride, which is currently right there going up the lift hill. This is a clone. This is the exact replica from the other ones that we did. This is actually the fourth one that I actually have done since I've been doing the coaster count and all that. But it's a standard one. Now, unlike a lot of the customs, this one's really whippy. It is a more aggressive than most B&M inverts. But one thing about every one of these Batmans, there it goes again, is they always have a Batmobile in front of it. And that is the case right here. Here's the Batmobile. Snazzy. And then over here, you always exit through the DC shop. And the neat thing is you actually exit. I came here yesterday with Michelle, and we're like, we've been through this store before. Yes, both Batman and Wonder Woman, which is right here, exit through the store. So this is the newest coaster here at Magic Mountain, Wonder Woman Flight of Courage. Like I said, it's a single rail. It's kind of funny that you actually see like the sign there, but the coaster is actually here. The green guy there is Riddler, and Riddler actually is not here. This is another dead end. So we're gonna start walking back. But the one thing you want to see is they still got the stand-ups right there, Mr. Freeze and the Penguin and stuff. And there goes another Wonder Woman going up. Here they actually got some of the villains. They got Scarecrow, Riddler, and what is that? I think that's Clayface or Solomon Rusty. So this is the next section that we basically have kicked and we're done with, which is the DC Universe section. I'm gonna walk over here, over to the right-hand side. You got an ice cream stand. A little early in the morning for ice cream, but you know what? Might as well enjoy it when you get a chance. Now, yesterday, this area here was a bar, the Ivy Bar, and it was Choose Your Poison, which I thought was a great thing to say for Poison Ivy. There goes Wonder Woman again. But yeah, this was a bar yesterday for the event, the Ivy Bar, and they actually had bubbles. And the neat thing about the bubbles they had yesterday was they were smoke bubbles. So as you were, if you popped them, they actually turned into little smoke pops, which was nice. Yet again, it's the Six Flags Park, so you're going to hear a lot of music because Six Flags likes to pump in the music. Now, the one thing I liked about this DC sign, I noticed it yesterday, on the one side, when you're coming in, it's all the heroes. Well, here, you actually got the villains. Harley Quinn, Black Adam, Reverse Flash, Chitara. You have Black Mantis over there too, so I thought that was done really well. All right, so now we're back up in this area. This is called the Boardwalk section. So the one thing we missed, there's the stage. One thing we missed was basketball here, but this is the typical carnival games. So we're gonna do a Let's Play video, and you're gonna go through this and show you all the games they have. So we're gonna skip that here, but every carnival game you want is here, and they have great prizes, Sonic the Hedgehog, Dinobites and stuff like that. But right here they actually have Johnny Rockets, which is that, it's a staple of the Six Flags parks. It's basically fries, burgers, milkshakes, think the 1950s. But as we come over here, and they got avocados over there. So if we come over here, another thing that you're seeing at a lot of Six Flags parks are these giant Frisbees. And this one's called Crazanity. So, which is one of the tallest ones. It's always neat because they always make the tall one, and then the next one they build is slightly taller, and slightly taller, and slightly taller. But these are big pendulum rides that you go back and forth and you're spinning and you're facing the outside. So if you like those kind of flat rides, that's where they are here. And we just ended the game section. And this seems to be the main game section here. I noticed that Great Adventure, they had the same thing, a Boardwalk section with that. Now, the other thing about Six Flags is they really love doing their haunts. And right over here is a scare room that probably is here year-round. Let me do a quick turnaround. Because you look right here, there's Superman's side and Goliath going in the background. So give you a point of reference right over there is Wonder Woman. So this is the Saw house, and let me darken it a little bit, which is one of their haunt houses that they have throughout the year. And behind it is basically, it's a great use of space because you actually got Riddler's Revenge and Wonder Woman in the background. Now over here, like I said, they have flat rides, and the one in front of me right here, let me brighten that up a little bit, is jamming bumpers, so you know they gotta be the bumper cars. I'm gonna go up the steps real quick, show you the bumper cars, because not all bumper cars are the same. So I'm curious myself. I kind of skipped it yesterday. So let's see what we got here. So these look like traditional bumper cars, like the ones you see at Knoebels. And they got the metal above there with the electricity. All right, so now we're coming to the Metropolis section. So you did DC Universe, now you're at the Metropolis section, the City of Tomorrow. And yet again, it's a dead end, but it has a couple things we want to show you. And right in front of me right here is Ace of Clubs, which is where I'm going to eat dinner today, lunch and dinner. It is the barbecue place, and I love the barbecue. So that's a great look of Wonder Woman right there. But so this barbecue place is pretty much turkey legs, baby back ribs, barbecue, and all that stuff. And over here, right there's the Jammin' Bumpers. But next to it is the Scrambler. Because every park's got to have a Scrambler. The one other ride I didn't see was the Totem World, but we might bump into one later. But this is a Scrambler, yet again, another traditional ride.
Your ride here on the Scrambler is now slowly coming to
There you go, that's the end of the Scrambler. So I'm going to head over here real quick and show you the two rides that are here. We always walk through the back part first, then we'll walk back up. So, but right in front of you basically see Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman really towers above this area. But behind the yellow is green. And this is Riddler's Revenge. Like I said, it is a B&M floorless. No, not floorless, it's a B&M stand-up. And it stayed a stand-up. And to be honest with you, it was actually a really good ride. Now, here's the sign. It looks like it's going up the hill, so I want to kind of show you. The loop is gigantic for a stand-up. So you can see it right there, going up the lift hill. And right here's the sign. It's a good sign. It's a name they've used before. As it goes up here, and right there's the drop for Wonder Woman, so you got both kind of iconic things right there. All right, looks like we timed this perfect. So here we go. But you gotta remember, you're standing up. And it's got that B&M roar that people love and enjoy. There it is a kind of a really good ride. I'm glad they kept it stand-up as opposed to making it floorless. Now right here is when the course brake run, you're going to be going through the twisties and by the building. so that is Riddler's Revenge, which is our stand-up coaster. And we just hit the half-hour mark. So if you're still watching this video, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. It is a long video, but it is a giant park. And the funny thing about it is that we are about halfway done with the park. So we're measuring it out pretty good. All right, and of course next to it is the flat ride, the shooting game, which is the Justice League Battle for Metropolis. This is at a lot of Six Flags parks, and it is very popular. It is one of the better shooting games and stuff like that. It's all modern technology. People really enjoy that dark ride. For lack of better words, dark ride. All right, right there in the background you see Tatu, and you actually see New Revolution right there. So we basically were hugging the far side, now we're coming back in towards the middle. There's the observation tower, which from what I've been hearing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been closed down for a long time. So we walked by yesterday and it's all roped off and pieces were missing and stuff like that. All right, so over there is the Scrambler, to give you reference, and right there's Wonder Woman. So now we're gonna flip over here and we're gonna show you Studio SF, which is a place where you can get Starbucks coffee. And right here is a pizza place. We actually grabbed a couple slices yesterday at Carlini's Pizzeria. Actually fairly good, so I was impressed with it. It was quite tasty. So this is, and then they have a burger place here, the Big Belly Burgers and French fries. And here's the Studio SF. And this is Munchopolis Snacks. All right, and that's where you can grab food, sit down, relax. Now one of the original rides here, believe it is, it's a rip-roaring roller coaster. It's Gold Rusher. So this goes in and out of the entire part of the mountain, one side of the mountain. And to be honest with you, it's a mine train, so I didn't expect much out of it. But the reality was, it was actually a really good, I was impressed with it. So I'm gonna turn this way real quick here so I can adjust. It was really good. Now, the ride attendant we had yesterday was playing around a lot. Like when he got to the end, he really was pumping the brakes, which I thought was kind of cute, except for the fact that I'm like, this is a really old ride. Please don't break the ride. But it looks like we have one getting ready to go. Usually when you have a place like Magic Mountain, you kind of want to be like, let's not waste it on these smaller rides. But you know what? You really do want to go on this. Now going up here takes you up Samurai Summit. There's Gold Rusher going right now. Yep. All right, there we go. So that takes you up the mountain, but we're not going to go there. We're going to head over to the right. And there's a pub over there too by Metro Park. Cheetos popcorn mix. But now we're going in here, and here you're going to see some of the newer rides and the classic rides. It's kind of neat how they're kind of mixed together. And we want to talk about a classic ride. I haven't got on it yet, but I'm looking forward to getting on it. And it is Jetstream, which is their log flume. And this log flume from Ninja, right there's the red track is Ninja, which is the suspended coaster by Arrow. Now we rode that yesterday. Really was above my expectations. Was an amazing ride. But Jetstream, you could see it from there, and it was an amazing layout they have for that. So highly recommend that, and I will be getting on that today. Now as we walk over here, you got a good little view of the DC area there. You got Riddler's Revenge, you got Wonder Woman and stuff like that. So that's a nice little view for everybody to enjoy. Give you a point of the park. All right, now we're heading into the newer section. This is called the Underground. And there's a couple neat things in the Underground that I want to show you. And then we're going to be going up the mountain, which is right over there. Like I said, we're in the back end of the park now. All right, and we're at the 35-minute mark, so thank you for watching. But right over here to the right is Dive Devil, which is one of those giant swing rides. I call them Devon rides because my son really enjoyed them. And that's where you go up the thing, and then they let you go and you swing out. And over here is the Underground Arcade. Yet again, we're going to be doing a Let's Play, and we're going to be showing you that a little bit later. And then over here, right in front, right before you get to the Underground, is the Circuit Breaker Grand Prix. So they actually do have go-karts here. It seems not to be as busy as I thought it was going to be this morning, which is good for these kind of explorers. But here you got a whole track that goes under West Coast Racer, which I'm about to show you. So we're going to come over here. That's the arcade. And we are now the underground at Six Flags. As we come over here, this is the newest ride called West Coast Racer. Actually not newest, Wonder Woman's newer, but this is kind of a neat little premiere ride. And actually, we were really surprised. We got the front seat, not intentionally, it just kind of worked out that way. And I know this ride gets doesn't get as much love as others, but to be honest with you, it was a great ride. Now I'm gonna hug the right-hand side first because we have to come back out, yet again, another dead end. But this is a chicken coop, so you can get your basic meals here. There is West Coast Racer. And unlike Twisted Colossus, these always duel, which is a huge advantage for this ride. They're always interacting like that, which really makes the experience so much better. I really wish they would do that with Twisted Colossus, but here it is, West Coast Racers, and here they actually have some vintage cars. The Rat Rod right there. Right over here is, this one is Lowrider, and this guy right here is Euro Style, and then right here is Mini Truck. So right in front of the queue, they got these. Over here you got another Coaster Candy, but this is the entrance here for West Coast Racer, and we're gonna keep on riding here. I like how they have the, I'm driving in and out of the road here, people. Pimp My Ride, West Coast Customs. So they have different people sponsoring it. And over here is Twin Charge Tacos. You always gotta love tacos. And this is a good view here. Right there's Observation Tower. You can see Tatu, which is the orange track up high. You got Ninja on the bottom part there. And here's West Coast Racers. So we're gonna head over here. Here's the Twin Charge Tacos. And as we come over here, we got restrooms, very important. But here is probably, to me, the most shocking ride I had. But I'm gonna hang on for a second because I think in a second we're gonna actually have them dueling and launching. And this is the marquee element they have. Notice that it's really loud here. It is Six Flags. But right here, this is called the high five moment. So you're actually launching and then you guys actually twist and face each other where you can almost high five each other. So hopefully that comes in a second. But back here is Apocalypse, which is a GCI coaster, and that was my top surprise of the year so far, was that. Also going up the hill there, you can see the jet stream, which is their log flume. All right, let's see how quickly we can get these things launched. Come on, operations. They were quick yesterday. Hopefully we get that same bang for the buck. And also in the background, you can also see Superman. Yet again, that one is down and will not be going anytime soon. I will try to come back here on Thursday. Tomorrow I am actually visiting Knott's Berry, and then I'm also visiting SeaWorld on Wednesday. So hopefully I get back here on Thursday and it might be going. Here you go, it's getting ready to launch.
Six Flags Magic Mountain is proud to be a smoke-free park.
By the way, it's a smoke-free park. I don't know if you know that. Come on, the launch should be coming.
Please refer to your park guide for the designated
Here it comes.
or ask a park.
Was it worth the wait? We'll find out. Here's the high five element right there. All right, so now let's look at Apocalypse. Apocalypse was amazing. I couldn't believe how fast it was running. It's temporarily closed. Now, when I was on there yesterday, they were down to one train. So it was definitely flying. I haven't been on one coaster that out of control in a long time. So I definitely want to let you know about that. And then over here, we want to show you every part of the park. So we're going to come over here. This is the Haunt Emporium. And this is one of the main haunts area. And when you're on Apocalypse, you can see it. It's a really neat thing. It's called Welcome to Ash Valley. And basically is a haunt area here. And then right here is the snack track where you can grab some stuff, refill station. And then we're getting ready to go up this path here, but I wanted to show you this bus. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and I remember the Mr. Six videos, and this is very much Mr. Six, was this bus. This was a bus that would actually pick up everybody to go to Six Flags. So the fact that it's here is fantastic. Right now you can actually, right there is Ninja going with this suspended coaster and stuff like that. So we're gonna go up the hill here, and now we're gonna show you the top of the mountain section of the park, which is why it's called Magic Mountain. Personally, I think it's more like Magic Hill. I wasn't really impressed with the mountain aspect, but Yet again, I am still somewhat spry for my age. But we're gonna walk up the hill here, but that is West Coast Racer right there. You can see the giant swing in the background there. So hopefully you're enjoying. We just passed the 40-minute mark. So we are giving you a full walkthrough of this park. And as I get older, it's getting tougher and tougher to go up these hills. But this is kind of a quiet little area here, which is kind of weird when you're in the middle of an amusement park. But everything you see here is the log flume and Ninja and West Coast Racer. But the red track there is Ninja. And right there is one of the log flumes going through. And also right up here is Tatu. So once again, if you like what we do, make sure you like and subscribe, since we have a little quiet moment here. I love the fact how they layer things at this park. You got different levels with different rides, playing with the elevation that you have here. All right. Now up ahead, you actually see a dryer. And that kind of threw us for a loop when we saw the dryer. We're like, why is there a dryer? Well, over here on the right-hand side is actually Roaring Rapids. So they actually have a rapid ride here. You have 2 wet rides, and the Roaring Rapids is one of them. It's a good rule of thumb. If you see a dryer, that's not for a log flume. Now this kind of has a Western country feel. But right there is Roaring Rapids, and right above us is Tatu. Tatu got a new paint job, which looks amazing. Now, against my better judgment, we're actually going to go on top of the hill here, take these steps, because that takes you up to Ninja. So we want to show you how to get to Ninja. So we're going to go up, and then we'll turn around and come back down. And I'm not joking about the mountain part. But the neat thing is that you're actually going all around Tatu right here. And we'll show you that section when we come back down. But yeah, Tatu basically takes care of this whole area. And that's the area we're going to show you when we come back. All right, so we're almost there to the top. All right, so we're getting up to the top here. If you remember from the beginning of the video, half hour ago, 45 minutes ago, you saw the people mover. Well, this is where the people mover takes you to. So right here is the people mover. So pretty much we're at the top of the mountain here. And on the top of the mountain is Ninja. Let me get this adjusted. And it actually has a nice little theming up here. Kind of an Asian theme. And there goes Tatu going up the hill. And we'll actually see it come whipping through. But the other thing too is, see the barricade? That's how you got to the observation tower. So right here on the top of the hill was the old observation tower, which is no longer with us. Here comes Tatu. There you go. And right here is Ninja. Ninja is the suspended coaster, which means you're basically hanging in a gondola underneath the ride. And it sounds like it's getting ready to go. And this was surprisingly an amazing ride. So let's show you what this thing looks like. There you go. So there's only a few of these left. I know I rode the Bat, which was over at King's Island. I also rode Iron Dragon, at Cedar Point, and also I think Vortex over at Canada's Wonderland. So that's that. There's the Magic Mover. So if you go down that way, it takes you down to where we've already been in the park. So we're gonna head back down these stairs and then show you that whole basin area by the Roaring Rapids and Tatu, how to get into Tatu. So once again, thank you for watching. Like I said, when we do a video like this, we don't like to do cuts. We want to show you what it's like to actually walk through this park. And we're at the 45-minute mark, so it's a big park. Probably the biggest park that we have done. Williamsburg, Busch Gardens Williamsburg was pretty big, and so was Busch Gardens Tampa. So, but this one might be a little bit larger there, but we are probably 3/4 of the way done with the park. So hopefully you're enjoying this. You can tell I'm a little bit winded. It is Magic Mountain for a reason. There is a mountain, so. But there is a couple areas that we definitely got to show you. We haven't showed you how to get to X yet. We haven't showed you how to get to Viper and New Revolution and those kind of places. So, and then Tatu. We actually haven't shown you how to get on the Tatu. We've shown you a lot of Tatu, but not how to get on it. So that's over here. Now right in front of us is the queue for the Roaring Rapids. I tend not to do the canyon rides mainly because I don't like being totally drenched. Now today I probably will get on jet stream. That looked to be a really good log flume. Grind it up a little bit. So here's Soda Springs, and apparently they're giving away food because that's a big line for something so early in the day. And here's the entrance to Roaring Rapids. And here's the entrance to Tatu, which right now is a top 10 coaster for me. Could not believe the height, mainly because of where it's located. It just seemed incredibly high up. So, but let's head over here. One of the main food places up here is pretty good. We have a little thing here. It's a whole mine town kind of theme. So you actually have a glass blowing station right there. Here you got the Western Cheeseburger. This is called Katie's Kettle, and we're gonna have more on that on the Let's Eat at Magic Mountain video. Plenty of seating. Over here, some more games, and the library, which is the another arcade. Let me brighten that up a little bit there so you can see inside. So I do have a few little arcades here. So it's not huge, but it's good, especially if parents are going on Tatu. You can come in there. All right. And over here, you actually got a bar that you can light up there with Lynchburg lemonade, strawberry margaritas, and stuff like that. So now we are heading down the mountain. But like I said, I do like the fact that they do have areas themed. It's not just like a big park. They actually have a lot of different music for every section. And right above us is the white track, and that is the New Revolution. So this has got to be the older section of the park. Seems to be a lot more of the older rides. Landscaping seems a little bit better on that kind of stuff. But this is all New Revolution. And as we mentioned before, when you saw it at the bottom of the hill, the main thing for Revolution is it was the classic Revolution. It became the New Revolution when they got new trains and they smoothed out the track. But it was the first ever looping coaster. So it is very historic, and I've been lucky because I've gone on the first and the second. The second one was Super Duper Looper over at my home park, Hershey Park. So going up and down this area is kind of peaceful. It's kind of nice. You don't really get the hustle and bustle of a major amusement park. So right over here is the exit for New Revolution. We'll show you how to get on there at the end of this video. And actually, here goes New Revolution right now, so you can actually see it going up the hill. All right. Over here is a Primo Pizzeria. But we're gonna head over here all the way hugging the right-hand side. Now in the past we would do a In the past we would actually do an unplugged, but we may not be doing that today just because I have limited time. I have basically one day to do a lot of videos, so I don't want to waste it here. But right here on the side here, this is Viper. Viper is special because it is the last of the Arrow Mega Loopers. So there's 3 of these. One was over in Jersey called Great American Scream Machine. One was over at Kings Island called Vortex, and now Viper. And this is the last one standing. Now, I am somebody who loves to keep the classic rides. I always think that these classic rides need to be maintained and stay, as amazing as they were. I don't feel that way about Viper. Viper for me was incredibly rough. Really snapping your neck back and forth. Not an enjoyable ride. So this is good space. I can see them getting rid of it soon. Now here is the Primo Pizzeria. A lot of food, a lot of seating, and they got margarita, flatbread. So, but here's the entrance to Viper, and Viper is down today. Yet again, after yesterday's ride, I don't blame them. So now we're coming back down the side. Now we are on the far right side of the park. So now we're heading back towards the front of the park. Now there is a classic ride right up here that we understand, well, not really classic, but it is one of the marquee rides here. I guess it is a classic. It actually bankrupted good old Arrow, but right here is the greatest coasters ever built. And they have an homage here, and I like what they show here. They got West Coast Racers 2019, X2, which is what we're going to show you in a second, 2002, Full Throttle 13, Krypton, Superman 11, Tatu 2006, and Goliath. So right up here is how you get the X2. And what I thought was kind of amazing is with the pass I have, you actually get 4 front of the line passes, but X2 was actually excluded, which is kind of shocking because it is one of the marquee rides. But I want to show you this real quick here. So right here is how you get the X2. You can also cut across there. So instead of going by Viper, you can come right over here and get on X2, which is, like I said, one of the marquee rides. And you go across this bridge, and that would take you to X2. But we're not here to show you X2. We're here to show you the rest of the park. And we're closing in on 55 minutes, people. So thank you for staying around and watching this with me. The one thing I noticed when we were researching this park, there really wasn't anybody doing full walkthroughs. So I'm glad that we were able to do this. So people looking can actually find and actually walk through the entire park. So there is the coasters ever built, best coasters ever built. But you know what? They have more than just that. So there's a few more over here. You got Apocalypse in 2009, right there. Scream in 2003. Over here you've got Riddler's Revenge in 98. Here you got Blank. It used to be Green Lantern, which is gone now. So we're thinking Wonder Woman's going to go there. Viper in 1990. That one should be going soon. And then Twisted Colossus in 2015. I'm sure at one point that said Colossus. So we are coming to the end of this full park walkthrough. I do want to show you how to get onto the New Revolution before we end over at the main fountains there. But yet again, guys, thank you so much for watching. We love putting these videos together for you. We have a lot of Magic Mountain stuff to come because I never thought I would come here. So the fact that I'm here, I want to make sure I film everything I can. Right there is New Revolution with Tatu above it, giving you an idea of the height of Tatu. It's coming through right now. You can see it in a second. Yeah, that's the dive loop again too. That's a very intense element there. I couldn't believe the G-forces. Here it comes. You literally shoot straight down, touch the ground, and then go all the way back up. So that is an amazing element. Right here is the carousel. So give you that point of reference where that is. And right over here, so the main entrance is right down there. Right there's the main store, the Emporium. So right here is the classic Revolution, which is the world's first looping roller coaster, but it's now the new Revolution because of the adjustments they did. So they kept the name. So I guess that could count as 2 credits there. But yep, here we go. You can see the New Revolution coming through. And it's got a lot of helixes and stuff, so I've been impressed with everything about that ride. And here's the carousel again. As you're coming down here, here's the people mover, which, like I said, I walked up a lot of mountains. So, and we're back here at the Plaza Cafe. So, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. We're at 55 minutes right now, so it might be about a half hour, maybe an hour. It is a full walkthrough. We actually went through the entire park, and I want to thank you for watching not just this video, but also supporting the channel. We've come a long way in about a year and a half, 2 years. We've been monetized for about a year and a half, which is amazing. I never thought we'd be doing this. And then the fact that we got the Magic Mountain is also pretty amazing. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I can't wait to see you in the queue.